Every hunter knows that fog can play tricks on your eyes. Shapes appear where nothing exists, and familiar trails suddenly look completely different. But what happened to me in the mountains of West Virginia wasn't a trick of the fog. At least, that's what I keep telling myself. It happened during deer season 3 years ago. I had been hunting alone for most of the day without seeing much activity. Around late afternoon, a thick fog rolled into the valley so quickly that entire sections of forest disappeared within minutes. Since I knew the area well, I wasn't too worried. I decided to stay another hour before heading back to my truck. As I sat quietly against a large oak tree, I noticed a figure moving through the fog about 100 yards away. It looked like another hunter. He was carrying what appeared to be a rifle and walking slowly between the trees. I raised my hand to wave, but before I could, the figure disappeared into the mist. A few minutes later, I saw him again. This time, he was much closer. The strange thing was that I never heard any footsteps. The forest floor was covered in leaves, and anyone walking through them should have made plenty of noise. Yet the woods remained completely silent. I assumed the fog was distorting distance and continued watching. Over the next 30 minutes, I caught glimpses of the same hunter at least 6 different times. Every time he appeared, he seemed closer. Every time I looked away and looked back, he was somewhere else. Eventually, I decided to pack up and leave. The fog had become so dense that visibility was less than 30 feet. As I started walking down the trail, I heard a branch snap behind me. I turned around expecting to finally meet the mysterious hunter. Nobody was there. Then another branch snapped to my left, then another to my right. It felt like something was circling me just beyond the edge of visibility. My pace quickened. The snapping sounds continued, sometimes ahead of me, sometimes behind me, always hidden by the fog. After nearly 20 minutes of walking, I realized something terrifying. I should have reached the trailhead by now. Somehow, despite following the same path I had used all morning, I was completely lost. Panic started creeping in. I pulled out my GPS and discovered there was no signal. The fog swallowed everything around me. Then I saw the hunter again. He was standing directly in front of me, about 20 feet away. For the first time, he wasn't moving. He simply stood there, staring in my direction. I couldn't make out his face because of the fog. Relieved to finally see another person, I called out to him. The figure didn't respond. I shouted again. Nothing. Then slowly, he raised one arm and pointed deeper into the forest. For some reason, I followed the direction he indicated. Less than 5 minutes later, I stepped onto the main trail leading back to the parking area. I immediately turned around to thank him. The figure was gone. There was nobody behind me. No footprints, no movement, nothing. When I reached the parking lot, I spoke with 2 game wardens who had been searching for a missing hunter reported earlier that week. They showed me a photograph. The moment I saw it, my stomach dropped. The man in the picture was wearing the exact same hunting jacket and hat as the figure I had followed through the fog. One of the wardens then told me something I'll never forget. The hunter in the photograph had been found dead 3 days earlier in a ravine, less than a mile from where I had gotten lost. To this day, I still don't know who guided me out of that forest. But every time I think about that day, I remember the silent figure standing in the fog, pointing me toward safety.